So February 29th is Superman's birthday. And to celebrate, I'm gonna show you how to decorate this outstanding action figure birthday cake. This is massive. Let's get started. To decorate, you are obviously going to need a birthday cake. And I covered mine in this brilliant blue buttercream. If you want an in-depth look at how I got my cake to this point, there's a video for you in the description box. And once you're here, we're gonna be working with some pre-made pie crust. So I created a printout that you can find in the description box. Now I'm gonna take a pair of scissors and I'm just gonna cut out the S and all of the shapes. I'm gonna place them onto my pie crust and cut them out using a knife. And place them onto a piece of parchment paper. Now you're gonna need about 4 of the smaller shapes and 8 of the larger ones. Depending on how close you cut all of these pieces, you're gonna need about 4 pre-made pie crusts. And I also cut out an extra S just as a safety. Me and my oven don't get along sometimes. Now I wanna give these shapes a little bit of texture, so I'm going to score them with a knife. Just giving them some very shallow lines. Some of them will be close together, some of them will be far apart. But it'll look really nice when it comes out of the oven. Unless we're fighting again. Are we fighting, oven? Now I'm gonna brush on some egg whites and then stick on some clear sprinkles. Then into the oven at 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. Or 10 minutes, if we're fighting again. And once those are out of the oven, I'm gonna take some silver edible color mist and I'm just going to spray all of our pieces down. You're going to need about 2 cans of color mist. Now if you spray them right out of the oven, they'll dry a lot quicker, but you also might burn yourself. So there's kind of a trade-off. Are we fine again? So I'm gonna set those aside and we're gonna work with some candy melts. I've melted down a package of red candy melts in the microwave and I'm just going to spread it onto a piece of parchment paper. Now you wanna make sure that they're the same thickness all over because then they're least likely to break. Now I'm gonna scatter some red sixlets and cover it with some red sprinkles. Give it a little bit of a shimmer. Now once your candy melts have semi-set, I'm gonna take a chef's knife and I'm just gonna cut it diagonally to get some really nice long pieces. And I wanted this to look like pieces from the Fortress of Solitude, but I also wanted it to be red because his laser eyes are one of my favorite powers. And those were the only 2 things that we needed to create for this cake. So now we're about ready to decorate. To take the Superman logo, and I'm just going to figure out where exactly I want it to go on the front of the cake. Now I'm going to take a toothpick and just score the inside of the logo. I wanna make sure that I get all of the crevices. I'm gonna take some red icing and I'm going to create a smaller diamond that fills all of the crevices. Flatten it out with an offset spatula and place on our pie crust S. Now this is where the placement of the S is super important because you wanna make sure that the red icing doesn't show up on the outside of the logo. That was the hardest part. The rest of this stuff, we're just gonna blow through it. So I've got some blue buttercream that I'm gonna use as glue, some red gumballs, some sprinkles, sixlets, a little bit of white sprinkles. We're ready to finish this baby. Superman's power set is just too much. He can fly, he has super speed, he's got laser beam eyes, he can blow things really far, and most importantly, he's got boyish good looks. All I got is a camera and a light bulb. Just give me a chance! And one of my favorite things about Superman isn't even from the comic books, it's just a reference to him. In Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 2, they talk about the idea that every superhero has a secret identity. Peter Parker's is Spider-Man, Bruce Wayne's is Batman, Donald Trump's is Satan. Superman's is Clark Kent. Every morning he wakes up and he's Superman. Clark Kent is Superman's critique on the human race. What does he think of us? He thinks that we're just a whole bunch of buff, sexy nerds that hide behind thickly framed glasses. We are a society of people who are hiding behind disguises, fooling everyone into thinking that we're average when in reality, we're anything but. We can do extraordinary things, but nobody would ever guess because we're all just buff, sexy nerds. But I know different. I know better. Because deep down inside, you are super. Ta-da! There you have it, your very awesome Superman cake. Kind of outstanding. I really wanted to incorporate something metallic because he's the Man of Steel and Henry Cavill stole my heart. Happy birthday, Superman! We should blow out candles. Alright, so I don't have any birthday candles, but I've got rainfall scented. Blow them out. Oh, there you go. Oh, good job. So Batman v Superman, huh? Who do you think's gonna win this battle? Let me know in the comments and let me know what you'd like me to make next. I will see you guys very soon. Bye.